Yes, just like the way you rightly put it, I'm coming to you live from Busia border point here in Koboko district between the border of Uganda and South Sudan, where security has commenced with the relocation of the people around here following the ongoing escalation of tension in South Sudan. We last did run stories where Ugandan traders were shot in South Sudan. So this particular tension in South Sudan has had a split over back here in Uganda at the border. These are some of those districts which are located at the border points of Uganda and South Sudan. Now, this particular relocation exercise commenced on Monday, and so far today this happens to be the fourth day. And according to the Resident District Commission, that is Mr. Emmy Mitala, so far a total of more than 800 people have been relocated. Now, the relocation here, what they are doing here currently, if you see in the background, what they are doing with the relocation, first of all the people in these different villages are brought to the different grounds for screening. And what they consider in the screening, they identify whether you're national or you're not a national. And if you're national, they want to know clearly whether you belong to the refugees who have been registered in the settlements or not. Now, for those who don't have clear identities, they're either handed to, that is the Office of Prime Minister, to be registered as refugees before they can be taken to the refugee holding centers, or they're taken to their different countries of origin, per se, that is South Sudan or DR Congo. Now, we are all aware that in 2022, South Sudan signed the revitalized peace agreement, that is between the government and also the opposition armed forces, following some kind of disagreement between the current sitting president, that is Salva Kiir, and also Riek Machar. However, the recent developments in South Sudan's capital, Juba, has had a lot of tension in some of the different parts of the country, and the split over is happening also back here in Uganda. Now, we all know that recently this gentleman, that is Riek Machar, has been put under house arrest. So we're seeing the cases happening, and some of those who are in support of him are trying to have some kind of confrontation with the forces within the government. So the split over, we are seeing it back in some of the neighboring countries, that is Uganda. And when you look at Koboko, this is a district that borders 3 international countries, that is to say Uganda, South Sudan, and DR Congo. So for the past few days, we've had cases of killings, we've had cases of abductions, and we've had cases of armed robberies by armed groups suspected to be from South Sudan. According to the security here, as per today, 18 people have been abducted by armed groups in South Sudan, and currently they are trying to negotiate to see how they can be released. However, the most challenging part here, according to them, is that those who have been abducted are being requested for ransom of money. So the government is trying to liaise with the families to see how these people can also be released. And also they confirmed to me that following this ongoing relocation exercise and the intensified security vigilance here at the border, we have so far arrested 2 generals belonging to opposition armed forces in South Sudan. Currently, they are being kept in one of the division headquarters in Uganda. I cannot disclose the division headquarters, but 2 generals, what I need to confirm, 2 generals belonging to South Sudan have been arrested by the security here. They have been whisked to one of the division headquarters in Uganda. So this is the current development here, as far as the of those at this border point is concerned. The comprehensive details of this story will come in a subsequent news bulletin, that is to say NTV Akaungezi and NTV Tonight. For the interest of time, allow me to let you back to my colleague in the studio to continue with some of the stories making headlines as we come here at Busia border point, where security has taken a very defensive posture, and also they're doing screening and relocation of the people who are here at the border as the escalation of tension continues in South Sudan, major areas, that is Central Equatorial State and Morocco counties. Back to you in the studio as you continue with 1 PM bulletin.